Alright, Hill Comics here. Next is Hill Comics Transgender hate mail, homosexual hate mail, atheist hate mail. Basically, me reacting to a bunch of screen caps on YouTube and TV and other response to comments. I may against these demon lifestyles and a few other things. Trigger warning. If you don't like what I'm saying, go ahead and click off the video and go watch something else. Do not lie and say there's hate speech in my videos because there is no hate speech in my videos. It's feature hate. That's a different story. Let's continue on. People getting things wrong in the comment sections and me trying to show you out with my versus abuse of biology, and they're getting ticked off about that. Also, a good idea to get vaccinated so you can help stop the spread of germs. If you get sick, then getting vaccinated will help out with that stuff. That will basically get sick. That'll help out with that stuff because basically you can that'll help. Your body has more ability to fight against such things. Let's look at some safe, non-safe work fan art on my tablet. We have 3 different ghost girls from the cartoon ghost girls from different shows. Gumball. I don't know who the other 2 are. I've seen the girl with the one eye. Has long black hair over her eyes. All 3 of them are drawn with massive ghost booty. Just huge, wonderful, bodacious ghost booty there. That's very nice. I got some booty is all over the place because you got Rachel from Gumball being gawked over by Carrie. Very nice. Gumball and Carrie the ghost. Silly things. Somehow, I guess again putting male genitalia on a female character. I'm not a fan of that. Especially when she's like, yeah, hey, look at me, dude. I'm shipped with. And it's like, see, bigger than mine. That's bigger than mine. Like wow, that's amazing. Let's continue on. Yeah, take us right. Good. Let's continue on with our stuff. Hold on. Right back. Yeah. Good to have out. Got some stuff to eat and everything. We're all good. Continue on here. Where are we? Sorry about that. Get closer. Continue on here. Where were we? Oh, yeah. People being angry, them telling the truth. Other lifestyle and them getting ticked off about it. Let's go. Quick. You need to treat me the same way as everyone else because I'm human too, I said. Because it's basically about the fact that we are different from each other, but we are also humans. Shouldn't treat me inferior. Because I'm different looking and I'm different than another person is. The transgender lifestyle though is about trying to conform, trying to say, oh no, look at me, my disguise. I'm the same as I'm what you like, right? You should treat me better, right? That's what the transgender lifestyle is about, and it's wrong. Lies of deceit are bad news. Come on, let's go. No longer doing things is not changing your identity. Yes, it is. You cannot change your gender as you cannot change your sexuality. Yes, you can. What are you talking about? I thought gender and sexuality were 2 different things. Well, sexuality? Okay. Gender and sex are 2 different things. But your gender, your identity, basically, is identity. And that's the issue. We are getting things wrong. Some people are getting things wrong here. Because gender identity is identity. Biological sex is a different thing than that. But yeah, no longer doing things is not changing your identity. It is. Because it's like people are like, I see people, I'll probably read that eventually, that had the same knowledge of Jesus Christ. And they're like, yeah, we're not trying to do that stuff, what we used to do. They seem like different people. That's what people say. So yeah, that is how that works. Let's go. I won't support people who thought that way. But that's not how the community functions through lies. We're actually quite in favor of trans tomboys and femboys and non-binary people looking however they want. But, of course, they always look stereotypical to try to lie and be conform as much as possible to be the thing that the others like. So it's like, it's all lying. Stop lying about regular sex. People get dressed up for that however they like, but they always do it the wrong way. We just respect their pronouns and give them support. If their pronoun lies, and give them support. They're lies. I can't do that. When someone says incest the sex they are not, that is a lie. It's like, what? How is it a lie? When someone more testicle says they are a female. Oh my God. That's not what a female is. We're not trying to be treated better by transitioning. Yes, you are. Oh my gosh. The amount of ignorance, of not ignorance, obliviousness is ridiculous. We're not trying to be treated better by transitioning. Well, excuse us while we hide what we are so that we can look like what other people like so they'll treat us better. Doesn't work. Next. We treat it worse for living our lives through lies, especially trans women and non-binary people. The trans women, dudes who want to be girls. Non-binary people, most likely dudes who would like and say they're girls. When you try to stand up and say you need a trans family as someone else, what you do, we get shot down, mocked, harassed, sometimes you lose health care, our houses, our jobs, and you can't even get killed because you're lying. So why go sex? Doing is that. This so I can love myself through lies. Not so everyone else can love me through lies. But it is. That's what, it's harder than you think. I say you have to learn to love yourself without doing that stuff. It's a lesson everyone must learn. Also, the reason you get hate is because you're lying to people about your biological sex. Weren't you the one who said you didn't want to treat you like a woman? What does that mean to you? What does that mean to you? It's a very important thing to ask any transgender person because most likely they're not. What does it mean to you to be male? What does it mean to be female? They'll get it wrong. You think all these, I can't show emotion at all because males don't show emotion so typically. That's not right. To be female means I can't be strong because females aren't strong stereotypically. Oh my God. Yeah, here, watch this. What is it called? Rationalization that doesn't work. Watch. I'm not presenting as any sex. Yes, she is. I'm presenting as a man. I'm a male. Which is the gender sex. Completely separate through lies. Plus, for someone who calls the trans community sexist for supposedly forcing people to stereotypes like we do all the time, they don't want. You should do a lot of that by saying that a person with testicles is a male. Those are stereotypically male organs. I guess, because they are male. So that doesn't work. And I said, because you people do it. You say you are something as a man, that's something as a human, and that is a lie. Like, no, somehow, sweat. Someone else is darling. If you don't support trans rights, then don't still come in and leave the guy alone, girl, alone. Nope. I think you're confused about what makes a man, a woman. It's not genitals or chromosomes, it's the head and heart. No, it's not. That's like, no, those make you a person. I say, your body is what makes you a male or female. Makes you a person. You ain't on stage. Of course I want to hang out. Of course I want to just chill. I will. I want to do this too, so let's go. Let's see what she says. Well, I can't be because I can't love myself without being myself through life. I wish I could be comfortable in skin. You have to learn that. It would save me a lot of trouble. Sadly, it's not how things work, according to lies I was told. The reason I get hate is because I'm not a comfortable skin, straight, rich, white man. Stereotypes. Done. Because I'm not in the minority that has all the power, stereotypes. And I don't have a mainstream identity, stereotypes. So everyone thinks I'm weird and gross. But you're lying. So like white sex. I don't want to be called by she, her pronouns because of lies I was told. I don't want to be able to use feminine terms for me because of lies I was told. She was told. I say, well, those are the right ones for you to use for people born with ovaries. And you're saying you get hate because you aren't a white man? Well, that's wrong. Whoever is hating on you for that is wrong. There's no need for you to try to look like what they like. They need to learn to treat you equally. This is about learning. What's the issue? Not about how you look, it's about learning. It's like, no, it's presenting masculine like a male. So not all male humans presented as men because of lies they were told, because they're lying. And not all men present as men. Like, what? Male humans present, and all men present as men. Me and the male humans. Sorry. Presenting masculine, man. So I'm like a man. Not all males you see in pronouns because they're lying about the right sex. I'm like, sex. Therefore, they are not male pronouns through lies, right? Right? I know. Doesn't work. Because the males who do not use male pronouns are lying. And masculinity is based on the stereotypes about how males act and look like. Sorry. But basically trying to build a foundation on lies does not work. Okay? But you got to someone say, well, there are people out there who don't do the male, who are male, physically male, but don't go by, like lie about the vertical sex. People that are physically female, but don't lie about the vertical sex. So that means that lie is true, right? Like, no. No. It doesn't mean that lie is true. It means that lie is a lie. The truth is true. So, yeah, stop. So, wait, sex. So I love how you play the I disagree, so it's based on lies card, I guess. You can take off the tinfoil hat. Sometimes things are actually correct. When I say, when a person is born with ovaries says she is male, that is a lie. Not just because I don't like it when she says that, but because, according to science, ovaries are female reproductive organs. So what she said is not correct. Sorry, doesn't work. It doesn't work. Let's go. And I say, if you were meant to be presented as male, then you would have been more testicles. You're right that both men and women can lie about biological sex, though, and you are simple to others. Whenever you say, I feel better because I feel it this way, there are people who say, maybe that could work for me, and that is wrong. The other gives it more rationalization right here, more denial. Watch this. Unfortunately, no one is this that controls that, so other than you yourself. Also, I'm very clear that I have dysphoria, fear, and I'm not trying to fight it, or giving into it. And that most people don't through life. I don't encourage any under those people to take any medical steps. In fact, you can't. You can't do that other than by living life and filming it and having journal entries and drawings and stuff like that, showing off how you feel better doing this. By doing that crap, you show that that lifestyle is a good lifestyle when it's not. That's all my way goes next. And I say, if you could get diagnosed as dysphoric or some quack doctor and then start to lie about the radical sex and say it makes them feel better. And as for control, we'll have to learn how to do that without lying. So that's the way it goes. There we go. See you guys next time. Check me out on YouTube TV.